My heart's on fire for Elvira. Eyes that look like heaven and lips like cherry wine. It's 3 a.m. Here we go. Elvira has had a very busy day. She's still very skinny. You can see her hip bones. But this little girl has made a very positive turn and has been drinking her last 2 feedings without interruption, which is a really big accomplishment. Last night it started with me putting the bottle in her mouth and she wouldn't suck it very more than once or twice. And today she's up and about. She's very active. She's not crying anymore. Her little tail, you see this? Her little tail's going. And she is a happy girl. Hi, baby. You're gonna snuggle down behind me? Is that what's gonna happen? I'll show you the video clip, but Lester and I made a lot of phone calls today and last night and got a lot of answers. I just wanted to bring her to you to show you what 24 hours can do. And I'm really pleased. We're not out of the woods yet. There's no pun. Oh, sorry, baby. I did not mean to make you flinch. I'm sorry. There is no pun. We're not out of the woods yet. But we're in a better place than we were yesterday. And that is a win, my friend. Yep, big win. Elvira has the cutest spots. And they have neat designs on her side. And I love this. I've never been this close to any deer in my life, let alone a baby deer. And last night I was super emotional about this. And maybe today I'm just delirious because I've had no sleep whatsoever. But little love, a lot of time, and a whole lots of conversations with my Elvira. And we're getting somewhere. Now her ears are still curled. I have no idea how long it will take to where that gets better. But she has had electrolytes several times. That's right, baby girl. And she has had the right goat milk formula, which I went to Tractor Supply to get early this morning. And she's had a whole lot of love and affection. And watching her little tail flop is adorable. So, we have much more to come. But today is a better day than yesterday. And that is the most we can ask for. Tell him bye, Vira. No, don't show me your booty. We haven't cleaned that part yet. Elvira, come back. Lester is on the phone with the wildlife rehab for our little Elvira, kind of explaining what's going on. We've talked to the game warden. We also talked to the judge in the county who is in Texas. That's like the CEO of the county that we live in. And he has the one who guided us to call the game warden, or the the lead in the Department of Natural Resources here. And then he directed us to this wildlife rehab that Lester's speaking to now.
We have ostriches, so we can give it alfalfa. That's easy. Okay.
And from what she says,
fresh water. We have fresh water.
We will go from there. Okay, well, Lester just hung up with the lady who runs the wildlife rehab.
Can I tell the whole procedure?
Okay, let's see what you got.
I have gone through everything. Can I sit down beside you? I'll just sit here.
Come on, come on.
Okay, so we do farm animal rescues. Yeah. We know that with wildlife, there's a lot of differences. We have never in our life heard of CWD.
No.
But this morning, we've learned a whole lot of things. We went through the proper channels. I contacted our county judge first to find out what we need to do, what steps.
In Texas, the county judge is like the CEO of the county.
Yeah.
It's not like in the rest of states, like, why would you call a judge? In Texas, that's who is presiding over the county.
Yeah, the county judge. So I called the county judge. He and I talked for a while. He's also an animal lover. I didn't know that he has a soft places for deers. And you know what his story is? He killed his first one, and it looked into him the same way I did. I don't know if you people know that story, but can I say it real fast?
Yeah.
So I've only shot and killed one deer in my entire life. And the deer that I shot, it didn't die immediately. I feel horrible saying this, but when I walked up to the deer, it was taking its last few breaths, and it was looking at me, but it was like looking at me, like into me, and it broke me. Oh, it broke me. So that deer was processed, and we ate it, and it wasn't, it was supposed to be. I was a hunter. I killed a deer, but I'll never kill another one. But Judge Knight has a very similar story.
Really?
And so he and I shared those stories. Anyway, so I sent him a picture, and he loves the little deer. He wants to come visit, actually. I said, 2 old softies. How would you know? 2 old softies. But to be legal, he gave me the number to our county game warden, who's in charge of our county. I called the game warden. He and I talked for a long time about the deer, but there's a problem right now. There's something called CWD. Your phone's about to die. There's something called CWD.
Which is like, it's called chronic waste disease.
And so right now, game wardens have a do not touch policy because they're all over the county, all over the state. And it's a contagious disease that can be spread to other deer and other wildlife, not to farm animals. I made sure of that. And so he was unable to come out and pick it up, but he says, if you choose to try to go ahead and keep it alive, he goes, you can contact, and he gave me a list of wildlife rehabilitation centers. And so I called the one that's closest to us right here in our same county. And she was also concerned with several things because she has wildlife. She doesn't want to expose her animals to, if this is in fact a carrier of CWD. So what we're going to be doing is taking care of it and seeing if we can get it to live. So step 1, it has to drink. She gave me all kinds of ideas. Pedialyte. There's a certain kind of, I told you the name of something we have to give it.
Yeah.
To help with parasites. And there's a number of steps that she wants us to do. She and I will keep in constant contact, or I'll give you your number. You and her can talk and keep in contact. And she's going to talk us through the entire procedure. And then at some point, they will step in and be able to do what they have to do to introduce it, or I guess reintroduce it to
So the
nature.
law says that you have to contact someone within 48 hours.
We've done that. Check.
And we are within 15 hours.
Check.
So check on that. And the next laws say that you have to be in contact with a wildlife rehab on all of the phases.
We are
moving
completely
forward.
checked off. So if anyone's going to waste your comment on, y'all can't do that, you're breaking the law, you're going to hell. We've done all of that. I'm sorry, this is your video.
No. What I was going to say.
We're not going to hell for doing the right thing, y'all.
Not for that one. So, no, what's important to us is, Lester and I spent a lot of time talking about this, and I look exhausted because I was up all night with this little girl. I want to do what's best for her, and we had no idea about the CWD, and whether she has it or not, we don't know truly that she has it, because it doesn't actually start to take effect till much later. And her mother could have had it, which would make her have it, and there's just all kinds of things. But the biggest thing is that I want what's best for her, and if it's not us, then that's okay. But according to these people, we're all she has, because she can't go to the wildlife rehab because of how she is. There's no test for CWD that you can order to take or anything like that. It's really a waiting game.
What we have to do is keep her hydrated.
And
I would say that you've done a really good job at that all night, guys. This lady right here, all night. She set her alarm for different times of the night, and she worked. She kept her warm. She says they want to be, they're social animals. You have to keep her active. That's what she said, active. Keep her active. Don't let her get like a goat when they don't feel well and just go to the corner. Keep her active.
So I had started to make a video clip about this today, but I stopped because I don't want to give people false hope. But she does come to meet me whenever I go in there.
Oh, please. Here we go. All of a sudden, you're going to...
She doesn't want to dart out the door. She wants to go to where I go. So today I did a test of opening the door to see if she would walk out or stay with me. Because she's not fast. She's not fast.
The heck she's not. She's a deer.
She's not fast right now. Anyway, she walked over to be by me.
Oh.
So I'm hooked, and I feel like I have a newborn baby, and I look like I have a newborn baby in this vicinity here. So we will do our best, and we will keep in constant contact with this lady, and we're gonna ask a lot of questions. And if it's not suiting her to be with us, and there are other resources for her, we're not opposed to that. And that's all. That's the biggest thing that I want to say.
I would say to this: we didn't go out looking for a deer to rescue. We took a phone call, and I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings, but we gave that deer at least a fighting chance.
I agree.
We gave her what she needed, and she looks 100 times better today than she looked last night.
It kind of makes us a foster, you know, because there are a lot of, when I think of dog rescues and things, most dog rescues don't have like a place. They're a foundation, and then they have a group of people who help to rehabilitate some of those dogs until they can be rehomed or, you know, move on. I feel like that's what we are to Elvira, is that through this wildlife rescue, we are acting on their behalf of trying to do all that we know how to do, and then eventually, maybe if she survives and if she is well enough, maybe they'll help us release her back into the wild.
I hope that they will let us release her to the wild here. That would be so cool.
That would be
to
really
bring her
cool.
to Longhorn Lester's, where there's a lot of deer. There's a lot of deer here.
There are.
That would be really neat, Jamie.
It would. I do hope that that's the case, and we're blessed to have such amazing contacts to get us in, get us connected with the right people at the right time, and for them to be so compassionate to give her a fighting chance too. So, Elvira.
A boom bop, a boom bop, a boom bop, a boom bop.
My heart's on fire for Elvira. Eyes that look like heaven, and lips like cherry wine.